So, have you ever stepped into a home and immediately felt, well, peace?
Oh, yeah. That instant sense of
Like
calm.
a warm, welcoming hug just carried on the air.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's, gentle citrus or lavender.
Or even just that clean comfort of warm linens. It's a feeling that goes beyond just a nice smell, isn't it?
It really does. It connects to something deeper.
Mm.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. And it makes you pause and wonder, when did your home last make you feel that way?
That's a good question.
Because the scent of your home, it truly does have this profound influence on your well-being, how you relax, how you simply are in your space.
And what's interesting is, we all clean, we light candles, use sprays.
Right?
But getting that specific feeling, that lasting atmosphere, it often feels like we're missing something fundamental.
Exactly. Because despite all the products out there, nobody really teaches us how to weave fragrance into the fabric of our homes so it endures, you know?
So it's part of the space itself.
Right. Not just a temporary cover-up. But here's the mission for this deep dive. We're going to uncover the precise techniques experts use.
Techniques from places known for their incredible atmospheres, like premium hotels, spas.
Beautifully staged homes, yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll find out it doesn't require huge expense or like a massive overhaul.
No, it's more about a shift in approach.
Yeah.
Integrating scent into your routine, daily, weekly.
And our promise is, by the end of this deep dive, you'll have the knowledge and hopefully the real motivation to permanently transform your home's scent.
So it starts to carry your essence, signaling warmth, attention, comfort the moment you walk in.
And that's something you absolutely deserve to experience daily in your own space. So stay with us.
Definitely.
Welcome to this deep dive where we're exploring the secrets hidden within this source material.
Think of this as your shortcut, really. Understanding those pro techniques for creating an amazing home scent.
Making you truly well-informed on this topic.
Yeah, this material is like a practical guide. It reveals these simple but really powerful methods that just elevate a space through fragrance.
Okay, let's unpack the source material then. We're diving straight into the very first technique. It's almost, well, deceptively simple.
Something you might overlook.
Yeah, but the material presents it as foundational.
And that's simply purposeful air circulation.
Purposeful air circulation. Okay.
It sounds basic, right? But the core idea is deliberately bringing clean outdoor air in.
So it's not just, cracking a window and the weather's nice. What's the distinction?
Well, the source highlights that stagnant air is the quiet culprit. It's behind so many persistent odors. That stuffy, musty smell, it isn't just nothing. It's trapped air holding on to layers of cooking smells, moisture, pet dander.
Even residues from cleaning products.
Exactly. So moving the air isn't just about freshness in the moment.
It's about removing the source of those embedded smells.
Okay.
Okay.
And the material suggests the easiest way is cross-ventilation.
Cross-ventilation? How does that work exactly?
Just opening windows or doors on opposite sides of a room,
Right.
or even the house, even just a few inches.
Yeah.
This creates a natural current, pushes out the stale air, pulls in the fresh stuff.
And how long are we talking?
Even 15 to 30 minutes a day makes a significant difference, according to source.
Wow. Even in winter.
Yeah, if it's cold, the suggestion is maybe do it during milder times, like early morning or sunset, when the temperature difference isn't as extreme.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about those hidden spots? Like closets?
Right. Don't forget those areas that don't get much natural airflow closets. Windowless bathrooms, laundry rooms.
So just open the doors for a bit.
Yeah, open doors briefly or
Yeah.
maybe use a small fan just to stop them becoming pockets of stale odor.
Gotcha.
And the impact, the material says it goes beyond just the smell. It genuinely shifts the energy of the space.
How so?
Moving air just feels lighter, brighter. It's
Yeah.
presented almost like a vital daily ritual. Renews your home.
A daily renewal. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so building on that idea of removing trapped smells, technique number 2 is about fabrics.
Yes. The concealed scent collectors, as the source calls them.
Concealed scent collectors. That's descriptive.
It's so true, though. Think about it. All your textiles, drapes, carpets, sofas, throws, pillows, even your mattress.
They're like silent sponges, aren't they?
Exactly. Absorbing every odor that floats by day after day.
So even if my house looks clean, those old cooking smells, maybe pet scents, or just general stuffiness can be embedded deep down.
That's the idea. And the approach here isn't about, constant heavy-duty cleaning.
Okay.
It's more about a simple, consistent routine. Launder pillowcases and bedding weekly. That's standard.
Right.
But also aim to clean or at least vacuum curtains maybe monthly.
Okay. And furniture, sofas and chairs.
For furniture, the material suggests a gentle spot treatment, just a mix of water, a little white vinegar, and a few drops of essential oil, like lavender or lemon.
Simple enough.
And for carpets, there's that classic trick mentioned: sprinkle baking soda, let it sit for, say, 20 minutes to absorb smells.
And then just vacuum it up.
Yep. It's surprisingly effective at neutralizing those embedded odors. Really works.
And what about adding a nice scent to the fabrics?
Yeah, the source suggests lightly misting them. A mix of water and essential oils, maybe eucalyptus, orange, chamomile.
So the scent kind of clings gently.
Exactly. It adheres gently to the fibers, creating this soft, welcoming layer of aroma, not overpowering.
Okay, so by dealing with the fabrics,
Your home starts to smell clean even when you haven't just finished scrubbing, because you've tackled where the odors actually live.
it gives the feeling of the home. Breathing.
Yeah, exactly, breathing. And that really contributes to that sense of tranquility we talked about.
Okay, technique number 3. This one uses something really basic. White vinegar.
The natural odor eliminating champion.
That's what the source calls it.
Mm.
It might surprise some people, though, because vinegar itself, well, it has a strong smell.
Initially. But the key point from the material is that it doesn't just mask odors like some sprays do. It actually neutralizes them.
At a molecular level, it says.
That's the idea. It sort of purifies the air and surfaces, targets the odor-producing bacteria. It's like hitting a reset button.
A reset. Okay, and how do you actually use it? The application sounds simple.
Incredibly simple and cheap. Just pour some white vinegar into a small bowl or container. Place it discreetly where odors tend to linger.
Like behind the garbage can, pet areas.
Exactly. Under sinks, leave it overnight. And the idea is the bad smell and the vinegar smell should both be gone by morning.
Huh. Okay. What about cleaning with it?
Yeah, the material also suggests making a gentle cleaning solution, equal parts vinegar and water.
Plus a few drops of essential oil, like
Right.
lemon or lavender.
Right. Lemon, lavender, peppermint. Use it on counters, tables, bathroom surfaces.
And there was an expert tip in there too, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah, a clever one. Soak cotton balls in that vinegar water oil solution.
And tuck them away somewhere.
Inside cabinets, drawers, maybe behind furniture. They release this really subtle, clean scent over time without being obvious.
So using vinegar like this regularly?
Helps your home develop this underlying, subtle, clean freshness. It's not perfumey, not chemical.
Just clean.
Yeah. People might notice, wow, it smells so good in here, but they won't quite know why.
Interesting. Okay, technique 4 shifts things a bit. It's about putting fragrance into the cleaning process itself.
Yes. Not just adding it after you're done.
Oh, this is where it gets really interesting for me. So the experts don't just, finish cleaning and then light a candle.
Not necessarily is the main strategy, no. The source explains that by incorporating fragrance into your cleaning solutions.
Every surface you touch releases scent.
Exactly. Every wipe, every mop stroke releases fragrance during the process.
Yeah.
It actually transforms cleaning.
From a chore into something
Yeah.
soothing, ritualistic.
That's the idea. Imagine wiping down counters and getting that burst of lemon or eucalyptus as you go.
Yeah, I can see that being nicer.
And the material gives simple ways to do it. Create your own all-purpose cleaner. Water, white vinegar, maybe 10, 15 drops of essential oil.
Yeah, and you choose the oil based on the mood you want.
Right. Lemon for brightness, lavender for calm, tea tree for purifying, whatever you like.
And use this everywhere. Counters, sinks, table.
Even inside the fridge, yeah. And for mopping, just add essential oils directly to the water bucket.
The source mentions seasonal scents too, right?
Like orange and clove for a warm, cozy feel in autumn, or maybe mint and eucalyptus for coolness in summer.
And there's a practical tip about cloths.
Yeah, keep reusable cleaning cloths soaking in this solution in a sealed container. Then they're ready for quick, fragrant wipe downs anytime.
So the idea is when the scent of clean is part of the act of cleaning,
Your home doesn't just look tidy afterwards. It feels peaceful as you're doing it. And that feeling starts to stick around. It becomes part of the space.
Okay, technique 5. This sounds cool. Establishing invisible fragrance zones.
Invisible zones, yeah. Intriguing, right?
Totally. What exactly are these?
Well, the guide notes that some of the most beautiful, subtle home scents often come from sources you can't even see.
Hidden sources.
Tiny hidden spots, strategically placed to work continuously, just quietly releasing fragrance.
So they're meant to be subtle and last a while, unlike, say, a strong plug-in.
That's the emphasis. Subtle, natural, enduring. A simple start is using cotton balls or small fabric scraps with a few drops of essential oil.
What kind of oils?
Vanilla, sweet orange, lavender, eucalyptus,
Yeah.
whatever you like. Tuck them into discreet spots.
Like where?
Behind sofa cushions, maybe inside pillowcases, the back of bookshelves, even inside your vacuum cleaner bag or filter.
Oh, the vacuum bag. That's smart.
Yeah, as air moves or you use the item, the scent is slowly released.
Clever. What about something a bit more, I don't know, decorative but still hidden?
The material suggests small sachets. You can fill them with dried flowers, herbs like rosemary, maybe citrus rinds.
Like potpourri in a bag?
Sort of. Mix lavender with rose petals, put them in little cloth pouches, place them in closets, drawers, even under car seats.
And adding rice helps.
Yeah, adding a bit of rice can absorb moisture and help the scent last longer.
Okay. And there was a bonus tip about vents.
Oh, that's a brilliant one. Tape a small scented cotton pad behind an air vent grate.
So the HVAC system carries the scent.
Gently disperses it throughout the room, like a soft breeze.
Wow.
These invisible zones, even though they're small, they add up. They create an atmosphere you sense right when you walk in.
It's the difference, the source says.
Yeah, between a house that just smells okay or clean and one that feels genuinely cared for. Inhabited, warm.
Like soft whispers of beauty. I like that description.
Mm.
Okay, technique number 6. Let citrus do its magic.
Ah, citrus. There's a good reason it's so popular, right? Orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit.
They just feel like sunshine, don't they?
Totally. Their source points out they instantly brighten the air, lift your mood, bring this sense of vibrant energy.
And the best part, you probably already have the ingredient.
Exactly. The material says, save those citrus peels.
Don't just throw them out. Okay, what do we do with them?
Well, a classic method is just simmering them on the stove. A pot of water, the peels, maybe add a cinnamon stick or some cloves.
Oh, like making the whole house smell warm and inviting.
Fills the whole home. It's wonderful.
What else? Can you use them dry?
Definitely. You can dry the peels and place them decoratively on small trays, nightstands, bathrooms, kitchen windowsills.
And they release scent just sitting there?
A subtle scent for days, yeah. Or you can mix dried peels with baking soda.
For odor absorption, where would you put that?
In tricky areas like near the trash can or in the laundry room.
And the guide also gives a DIY citrus spray recipe?
Simple. Water, a little splash of rubbing alcohol to help it mix and preserve, and several drops of citrus essential oil.
And just mist that around.
Lightly on linens, curtains, furniture, or just into the air.
What's really compelling here, though, is that the source mentions citrus doesn't just improve the smell.
Right. It affects how you feel. Research suggests it can reduce stress, improve concentration.
Boost emotional balance. Especially helpful for older adults, it mentioned.
It just brings this sense of clarity and calm into your home. Really powerful, natural tool.
Okay, moving on to technique 7. This one tackles a less glamorous spot.
Yes. The garbage container.
Treating it as a scent opportunity. That's an interesting way to put it.
Well, it might not be exciting, but the source is right. One bad smell from the trash can can just ruin everything else you've done.
So true. It spreads so fast.
Exactly. It seems minor, but it's a key source of persistent odor. Needs proactive managing.
So the idea is to see it as a chance to actually improve the home's scent, not just contain the bad stuff.
Precisely. Not just something to hide away.
Okay, so how do we turn the bin from a problem into an opportunity?
First step, regular cleaning. Weekly is ideal, the source says.
With what?
Hot water, white vinegar, and maybe a deodorizing essential oil, like lemon or eucalyptus. Scrub it out, rinse it well.
And dry it completely. That's important.
Crucial. Drying completely targets the bacteria clinging to the bin itself, the stuff that causes the smells.
Okay, and then for ongoing freshness, between cleanings.
The material suggests lining the bottom, absorbing stuff like paper towels or a piece of cardboard.
Okay.
Then sprinkle in some baking soda and add a few drops of essential oil, mint, lemon, tea tree are good choices here. They act like little odor traps.
And that tip about cotton pads.
Oh yeah, put a cotton pad with essential oil inside the lid or tape one to the side. You get a little burst of nice scent when you open it.
That's smart.
And maybe the biggest habit change mentioned. Just empty the bin nightly if it has food scraps.
Even if it's not full.
Yeah. Food odors start to ferment really quickly. Once they embed, they're much harder to get rid of.
So treating the trash with this much care...
It sends a message, according to the guide, that every single part of your home matters. It's these consistent, disciplined little acts that build a truly fresh-smelling home.
Right. Okay, technique number 8. Refreshing the air naturally.
This is kind of the counterpoint to those commercial air fresheners, right?
Exactly. The source suggests most of those just mask odors. They can create heavy, artificial scents.
Whereas the expert approach favors natural refreshers. things that actually purify the air and lift the atmosphere.
And the material says this isn't just about adding a nice smell. It's about making the environment safer, more nurturing.
That's the key difference highlighted. Natural methods actually clean the air. They don't just cover up smells with synthetic stuff.
So what are some of these natural methods, homemade sprays?
Yeah, simple homemade spray is recommended. Distilled water, just a splash of rubbing alcohol, and essential oils.
And blending oils is good.
Definitely. Blend them for more complex scents. Lavender and eucalyptus for calm clarity. Orange and clove for warmth and energy.
You spray this lightly in the air, on curtains.
Yeah, air, curtains, rugs, even bed sheets. The guide notes how quickly this can shift the mood of a room.
What about simmering things?
Oh yeah, another classic natural method mentioned. Simmering scents boiling water with spices like cinnamon sticks, third anise, bay leaves.
Ginger slices too.
Yeah. This is described as a favorite trick of home stagers. Instantly makes a place feel warm, comforting, lived in.
And plants. Don't forget plants.
Absolutely. Live herbs like basil, mint, rosemary, they don't just help purify the air. They release amazing aromas when you brush past them.
What about diffusers? Are they okay?
If you use diffusers, the advice is use them wisely. Maybe a couple hours at a time is enough.
Don't overwhelm the senses.
Exactly. The goal is an environment that feels pleasant, safe, nurturing, connected to nature's own sense, gently inviting peace in.
Okay, technique 9 zooms in on hot spots.
Right. Small areas, big impact.
We all have them, don't we? These little zones that seem to hold on to smells.
Totally. They might not be large spaces, but because of traffic or what happens there, they gather odors, and they're often the first places people notice.
So the source identifies these as key areas, places to focus on for a quick win.
Exactly. Front entryways are a big one. Bathrooms, kitchens, especially after cooking, and bedroom closets.
Why those spots specifically?
High-trafficked or enclosed areas, they trap smells from shoes, moisture, food, worn clothes, all that stuff.
So the strategy is turn these hot spots into scent highlights.
Obviously, make them smell intentionally good. For entryways, a small reed diffuser, maybe a bowl of potpourri, or even just lightly misting the doormat.
With what kind of scent?
Something welcoming. Citrus or lavender, it sets the tone right away.
Bathrooms.
A little jar of baking soda with eucalyptus or peppermint oil near the toilet or under the sink. Maybe mist the walls or shower curtain after showering.
Kitchens need immediate action after cooking, right?
Yes. Boil some cinnamon or orange peels quickly. Wipe down counters right away with a lemon solution. And this is often missed. Clean the stovetop hood filters.
Hitting grease and smells.
Big time. And for closets.
What about closets that can get musty?
A simple trick used in nice hotels, scented soap bars. Tuck them in fabric pouches and drawers, or just place them on shelves.
Instead of stale smells, you get soft, clean fragrance.
Exactly. Focusing just a few moments on these key spots can dramatically change how your home feels. It sends those messages of care, intention.
Quiet beauty in the details makes a lasting impression. Okay, and finally, technique number 10. The source presents this as possibly the most impactful.
Ending your day with aromatic nighttime routines.
Nighttime routines. How does that relate to home scent?
Well, the source emphasizes the end of the day is this perfect moment. A sacred time almost to shape how your home smells.
Not just for the night, but for the morning, too.
Exactly. For how it greets you when you wake up. These routines are gentle actions that slowly infuse the space with calm and comfort while you sleep.
Okay, what kind of actions are we talking about?
Start with that simple air exchange again. Crack the windows for just 5 minutes before bed.
Even in winter?
Even in winter, just briefly. Freshens the air in the bedroom for better rest.
All right.
Then maybe a light misting of sheets and pillows.
With a linen spray, water and calming oils.
Right. Water plus lavender or chamomile. Very gentle.
What if you don't like sprays on your bedding?
The material suggests small sachets again. Dried lavender, rose petals, and tuck them inside your pillowcase.
So your body heat releases the scent?
Gently throughout the night.
Yeah. And diffusers. Can they fit in here?
If you use them, maybe set a timer just for the first 30 minutes or so as you're settling down.
With calming blends?
Calming blends like lavender bergamot or maybe eucalyptus mint for clear breathing.
And the final touch? A candle?
Yeah, as a signal the day is done. Burn a small scented candle for just 10 minutes before turning off the lights. Soft scents, like sandalwood or vanilla, creates that atmosphere of peace and rest.
These small steps. They sound like rituals.
They are. Rituals that prepare not just you, but your home for rest. The space gets quietly filled with comfort while you sleep.
So it greets you fresh and peaceful in the morning.
Exactly. This view really sees scent as part of the soul of a home, how it feels nurtured.
Wow. So wrapping this up, what does it all mean? We've gone through 10 techniques from this source.
Simple techniques, really. Beautiful, powerful ways to influence your home's scent.
And the common thread seems to be intention, routine, natural methods.
Yeah, it's about intention. Leaving scent into your routines and favoring natural approaches over just masking odors or using harsh chemicals.
And the core message isn't just about making a space smell nice.
No, it's deeper than that. It's about cultivating a sense of presence, creating an atmosphere that reflects warmth, care, real intention.
I love how the source puts it. A good-smelling home isn't just about freshness, it's about presence.
It speaks louder than words. It tells stories, ones of warmth, kindness, small, thoughtful habits.
That say, this space matters, I matter, the people who walk through this door matter. That's beautiful.
It really is. And you might have thought creating this kind of atmosphere was, I don't know, expensive or difficult, required some special skill.
Yeah, maybe too much effort.
But hopefully this deep dive has shown you it's really about choosing small, consistent habits, things you can actually do.
So based on everything we've discussed today, maybe an invitation, we invite you to choose just one thing from this deep dive.
Just one. Something you can do tonight.
What could that be? Maybe open a window for 5 minutes before bed.
Or sprinkle some baking soda on your carpet before you vacuum tomorrow.
Boil a small pot of orange peels after dinner.
Mist your pillow with a bit of lavender spray. Just one small act.
Do something kind for your home, because, as the source reminds us, your home holds you.
Yeah. It shelters your memories, your quiet moments, your laughter, your rest. It deserves that kindness.
If this deep dive has helped you feel a little more connected to your space, maybe made you pause and breathe a bit deeper,
Then we hope it's brought some real value to your everyday life. We love digging into these kinds of insights.
absolutely. Until our next deep dive, may your home smell like peace, like joy, like all the beautiful moments you deserve to have within its walls.